Yo guys, what is poppin'? Cabbage TikTok live in a video today. Sorry if the audio is a little weird and wacky. I know it's trying something, but I don't know why I said that, but whatever. So I'm trying something. I'm doing a new video today. It's gonna be a basketball ranking. Basketball is probably my favorite sport right now. Favorite team is the Sixers. But my favorite player not on the Sixers is Damian Lillard. If you guys want to know, my favorite player is Joel Embiid because he's a legend. And there are spoiler, there are two Sixers on the list. So let's get right into it with number 10. And if you didn't see the title, this video is top 10 players who should have made the All-Star game or was close to making the All-Star game. All right, so number 10, if Steven Adams. Now Steven Adams doesn't he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So obviously he's not going to touch the ball as many times as Paul George and Russell Westbrook. And he doesn't average as many as the best stats, as I'm going to talk to you about in a sec. But he's a big part of that role of that team and that city's how they feel. And as he's one of the more, he's been there longer than a lot of the people there right now. So he averaged 14 points, 9.6 rebounds, and he doesn't shoot from the field a lot, so he is shooting 60%, which is good, but obviously doesn't shoot there a lot. So I think he probably could have made it, but maybe I could have put him on an honorable mention and someone else on this list, but we're going to keep on going. Okay, so now with number 9, our first Sixer, it is J.J. Redick. Now you guys are going crazy. How should a J.J. Redick made it? But with the second best starting five in the league, and because at that point you got Ben Simmons, shooting guard J.J. Redick, small forward Jimmy Butler, power forward Tobias Harris, center Joel Embiid. I'm pretty sure that's their lineup. I mean, I know they're starting five, but I'm just pretty sure about those positions. You have four incredible players, and you have that left out guy. But J.J. Redick still does average 17 points and only 2 assists, but he's shooting 43 from the field and can be a deadly 3-point shooter at times, and can be really clutch too for this team, and really kind of brings that starting five together and balances it out. Next up at number 8, we have Rudy Gobert. Now, Rudy Gobert isn't the best scorer, but his defense is incredible. He only averages 15 points a game, but averages 12 rebounds and is shooting 66 from the field, because he obviously doesn't shoot that much. But he was last year's defensive player of the year, and is been on the defensive team 2 years. Next up at number 7 is he's never made an All-Star game in his career, and is the leading scorer in franchise history for the Memphis Grizzlies, and that is, I'm pretty sure, he's the franchise leader, and that is Mike Conley. So his stats aren't as good as you might think they are, but they are still pretty good, I will admit. Averages 21 points, most on the list so far, 6 assists, and he's shooting 43.8 from the field, which is solid, especially now that he doesn't have help from his other co-star there, who was their best player, pretty much, in Marc Gasol, but he is now in Toronto. So next up at number 6, we have I'm pretty sure he's the youngest player on the list so far. Yeah, we have Buddy Hield, who had to start off his career slow with New Orleans, but he was traded for DeMarcus Cousins, and so he went to the Kings, and DeMarcus Cousins went to the Pelicans, and DeMarcus Cousins on the Warriors now, and he barely played for the Pelicans, and Buddy Hield is kind of starting a young super team there in Sacramento with Marvin Bagley and De'Aaron Fox and Bogdan Bogdanovic. So Hield averages 21 points, 5.1 rebounds, and shooting 45.8 from the field, which are pretty solid stats, especially for someone who's young, and expect him to make some more All-Star games in the future. Now, on to our top 5. At number 5, we have Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. His stats are incredible. I mean, and that team is just so young. You have the Euro Big Three now with him, Kristaps Porzingis, and Dirk Nowitzki. But Dirk will be retiring after this season. But we have yet to see him play with Kristaps. So a lot of people are excited to see those two young stars. Now, Doncic is probably the consensus rookie of the year. But he is getting a scare from Trae Young, who, spoiler, is not on the list. I'm sorry, but he just did not have a good first half of the season. Much better second half. If they had a rookie of the year for 2 Fs, they should this year just split it into 2 Fs this season. So I think Doncic would have been first half and Trae Young would have been second. But I do think Doncic will win the Rookie of the Year, and I got my guy Ben Simmons to back me up. I have his jersey autographed, so I am a big Sixers fan. So Doncic averages 21 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds, which is very good for a rookie like him, and he's very clutch. And he's been playing pro basketball since he was 13 years old, which is incredible. Next up, we have our final Sixer on the list. At number 4 is Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris kind of got caught in the mix and just not allowed to. I mean, he didn't make the All-Star game, obviously. I mean, him and Jimmy Butler's not on this list. I mean, he's on the Sixers, my team. But I don't think he deserved to make it because of how he totally dismantled that Timberwolves team. He is playing good, though, now, but I think Tobias Harris is playing a little bit better. So Harris averages 20.4 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 49.4, and is shooting 49.4, sorry about that, from the field, which are pretty solid stats. And he can also be deadly, just like his teammate JJ Redick from 3, and can drive and take those good mid-range shots. Next up, at number 3, is probably the best young scorer in the league as Devin Booker. Now, Devin Booker, he's really good at scoring, obviously. Here are his stats. 26.9 points, which is most on the list. 6.9 assists, so pretty much 7. And shooting 46.6 from the field, which are very good stats. But he just can't seem to get his team together there in Phoenix, which has just really been just not good there. They have not had too many good seasons since Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire played there. I mean, I don't think they've made the playoffs since then. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. But Devin Booker would definitely be making some more All-Star games if he had a much better team. Now at number 2 is kind of a surprising guy in Drew Holiday. He plays for the Pelicans, and after all their injuries and just that big mess that was going down there in New Orleans with Anthony Davis wanting to trade, like I said, all the injuries, he's been really good through it. So he's averaging 21 points, 7.7 assists, and he's shooting 47.2 from the field, which are pretty solid stats. And with everything going on down there, they can definitely be much better if he actually has a real team behind him. Now, at our number 1 spot, it is 4-time All-Star DeMar DeRozan. Now, DeMar DeRozan used to play for the Toronto Raptors, now plays for the San Antonio Spurs, and he is averaging 21.5 points, 6.2 assists, 6 rebounds, which are pretty much the most solid stats we've seen on the list. And he's really trying to. His teammate LaMarcus Aldridge did make the All-Star, but he's definitely trying to balance things out there. And he's had some amazing plays there. So it's been. I don't know if it was the best trade for Kawhi Leonard, but I think he's been a good fit. So that is it for the video. Not really a long one, but not too short, I hope. I haven't really checked the time, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and like and subscribe and comment more if you want these kind of NBA videos, which I do like making. And they're not as hard to make as like a Fortnite video, obviously. And this is day 2 of daily uploads, so I'm kind of excited. I'm going to see if I can get day 3. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and get there. Day 2 of the week. I don't know. I'm going to have another video coming out soon, so I hope you guys enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next one.
Think I found my home. Shorty make me feel at home. She made me lead a